Oh, there's still a lot of groups. I'll save here. So, by incorporating these new mathematical models, the country's economy can be developed even further? Correct. Economics is nothing more than a probability model based off sociology and collective psychology. It would be foolish to think mathematics has no bearing on it. You're right, of course. I suppose one could say the same of music theory. Huh? Really? Music and math seem like completely different fields to me. Sound is simply different frequencies and wavelengths of vibrations in the air, things easily converted into equations. Whether expressed in sound or in formulas, beautiful music remains beautiful. It seems kind of crazy to hear it put that way, but yeah, the way he talks about it, it's strangely compelling. Professor, would you be able to share an example of that with us? Yeah, I'm curious too. These two seem pretty interested in what the professor has to say. I'm a little surprised to hear he has any hobbies at all, but I guess out of everything, music makes the most sense for him. Does it? Enjoying yourself, Reen? Yep, sure am. I'm guessing you two are making your rounds? That's right, Professor Schmidt seems the same as ever, but it looks like he's doing well. We hadn't seen him since the Civil War. Not only is he very knowledgeable, but he's got a sharp eye. I don't get many chances to speak with him, so now's a good chance to ask him something I've been wondering. Yeah, may as well. I think I'd like to ask him what he thinks about the potential of music. I'm sure you've got a lot of other people to talk to, so we won't hold you here. See you later, Reen. Have fun, you two. It seems this newbie inspector and famous musician are men of culture after all. But I do not intend to give lectures here. They can feel free to enroll in the Rower Institute of Technology if they're so inclined. In the end, he's still the same as always. Well, at least Elliot and Machias were able to get something out of this. Yeah, this one makes sense. This one is people who would speak. Was that really 2 years ago? Dang. Yes, the hot springs in Emir were lovely, but so was the food. I'd like to go back there with everyone again sometime. You all seem to be having a good time. Sounded like you were talking about Ymir. Oh, Reen, yes, we were talking about the trip everyone took there together. Yes, the Hot Springs Paradise, Ymir, hometown of both instructor Reen and Elise. I've been there before as well. Oh yeah, that's right. But you weren't exactly there for a vacation or anything. Yeah, kidnapping Elise and the princess isn't really a touristy activity. But that was just your mission, right? Have you ever been there for fun? No, I generally don't go anywhere unless required by a mission. Oh, that's a shame. Come to think of it, I've known Altina for a while now, and I've never seen her go anywhere for fun. Growing up in a Jaeger Corps, I sort of know how that is. So that means you've never gone to Ymir's hot springs, then? Correct. I admit I'm a little curious about them. For example, how does bathing in a hot spring differ from a normal bath? It's a world of difference. To put it simply, it's bliss. It's what bathing must be like in heaven. The difference is that significant? Psst, Elise, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I sure am. Altina, how would you like to come visit Ymir sometime? I'd like to give you a proper tour of the town if we could. Are you sure? Of course, we'd love to have you. Do it, it'll be fun. In fact, maybe you should go with everyone in your class. Okay, thank you, I'll come visit. We'll hold you to that. Now we have another promise to look forward to. When the time comes, I'll have to do my best as a good host. Man, Altina's the best. I'm so glad that Altina was able to join you. I think that the whole class deserves a little vacation. Your original Class 7 certainly seemed to enjoy theirs. Yeah, and hey, when it happens, I'll at least be able to show them around. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been to Ymir in a while. I was talking to Sarah about maybe going once things calm down a little. Seems like the guild's been pretty busy lately. Us too. It's like every time we turn around, there's another fire to put out. Well, we've just got to work hard and keep them out. Then I can go on my trip. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. I'm glad I made that promise. Agreed. By the way, is Celine not with you? No, I left her behind. Though she wasn't happy about it, I should probably bring her a souvenir to smooth things over with her. Too bad there's nowhere that sells sardines. You bring up hot springs so often, I find myself curious about them. You should come visit Ymir sometime. If you're concerned about what happened the last time you were there, don't worry. Everyone in Emir knows your circumstances. If that's the case, then very well. I'll look forward to it. Damn. Hello, Elisa, Toa. Are you enjoying yourselves? We are, thank you. It's really a lovely party. I just wish Angie was here with us, but Prince Oliver promised he'd look into her disappearance, so I'm hoping to make a lot of memories tonight I can share with her once she's back. I'm sorry, Toa, but you're right, I'm sure she'd like that. Yeah, I can totally see her right now, hanging on your every word. Oh yes, there was something I wanted to ask you about, Toa. Is Reen as popular at the branch campus as I suspect he is? Seeing the way Musei drapes herself all over him, I had to wonder. To be honest, I was wondering that myself. Knowing him, he'd keep his hands off his students, but still. Well, Reen is certainly admired by a lot of people, but when it comes to romantic feelings, the pool's a bit smaller. I see. And would you be swimming around in that pool by any chance? Me? I mean, I like him as a colleague, but... something's definitely fishy. We may need to dive deeper into this topic. I should slowly back away before they notice me. Ah, Reen, you've come at a good time. We've got a question for you. Tell us, how many fans do you have at the branch campus? Fans? What are you talking about? Sorry, Reen. I never imagined I'd be invited to such a wonderful party. Hopefully everyone else from the branch campus is having just as much fun as I am. Most of them are at Villa Soleil right now attending City Hall's party. I imagine Sydney's having the time of his life. He might be right. Let's just hope he doesn't find himself on Major Irving's bad side. It's such a pleasure being able to talk with so many different people like this. I hope you enjoy your time here too, Reen. I certainly will. Thanks. You seem like you're having fun, Reen. Same to you, Elisa. Have you been able to talk with some interesting people? Yeah, but I'm still pretty nervous. Though, if I'm being honest, I'm much more relaxed now than I was a few drinks ago. Glad to hear it. Just make sure you don't overdo it. Damn, get lit. Now this seems like an interesting group. Well, I was telling Sharon we should go out drinking together just the other day, and so I decided to join her now. And I'm here too, not for the booze though. There's some juicy stories going on. Stories? What about? Stories from 4 years ago, about how a certain someone got in my way when I was trying to get back here from Northumbria. Oh. Last we met was when you requested my aid in stopping Lady Sarah. But first, we needed to make sure the Purple Lightning, the youngest A-rank bracer at the time, didn't interfere, so we made sure she had a tough time coming back home from Northumbria. As a result, the Divine Blade had to postpone his return to Liberl, and so the first stage of the Professor's brilliant gospel plan was complete. So that's what you and Campanella were talking about at Orcus Tower. Yes, I've admitted that what I did to Lady Sarah, while my love and loyalty belong to the Rhineford family now. Back then, the Fool contacted me personally and asked for my assistance. I didn't tell Chairman Irina the details, but she gave me leave regardless. And since then, you've had no other contact with Ouroboros? Swear to Idios? No, I swear on the Rhineford family. This is pretty intense. Well, if you're bringing up the Rhineford name, then I know you're serious. Alright, I give up. And I suppose you did get injured pretty badly when you went up against McBurn back in Crossbell, so I'll believe you, when it comes to this anyway. Lady Sarah, thank you. Ooh. Alright, I love me a happy ending. Thinking back, though, that getup you had on looked like a pretty tight fit. I'd think someone like you that'd really limit your movement. I just can't believe you were able to slip out of my grasp for a whole week. Well, as someone who dwells behind the scenes, I have a number of sneaky tricks at my disposal. I'd never be a match for you in a head-on battle, so please don't feel so embarrassed. You were unable to beat me back then. Hey, who said I was embarrassed? You want to go right now? Meet me outside the palace. Now that I think about it, doesn't Cassius use your 8-leave style too? He's supposed to, yeah. I've never met him myself, but my masters told me stories. I see. It'd be nice if you guys could talk someday, one Yunka Phi pupil to another. He hasn't been to Ereboni in a long time, though, so it might not be easy. Still, I hope we get the chance. I humbly apologize for all the trouble I caused you, Lady Sarah. The only way I can properly atone is to devote myself to you. Not interested, but I am interested in having ourselves a rematch sometime. That'd be a clash for the ages. 4 years ago, huh? That'd be about 1 year after Gramps took me in. I think I remember reading about this stuff in the files I borrowed from Lecter. Huh? Yes, that would make sense. Wait, you mean the intelligence division knew about me and Sharon? Nah, it wasn't about you two. It was more about the S-rank bracer from Liberl. He had to come here from Liberl to help out the other bracers because you were stuck in Northumbria, right? The report was pretty detailed up until the part where the Jaeger Corps the Society was using got completely wiped out. Oh, and it also sounded like they were monitoring Prince Oliver during his trip to Liberl. Wow, the intelligence division is impressive and just as terrifying. Do you think it may have been Major Arundel who was monitoring him? No doubt. I'm sure the others came down straight from the top of their little group. Man, Cassius really helped me out a lot back in those days, but I haven't seen him since he quit being a bracer and went back to Liberl's army. A damn shame, too. He was quite the gentleman. Yeah, he seems like he'd be right up your alley for sure. Small world. He and I are fellow disciples under Master Yun Kafai. It seems like we are all connected through other acquaintances before we even knew each other. What? I talked to everybody at the party. Oh man, is Reen gonna make a scene in front of all the people? There are even more people now? Should wait it out a bit longer. Holy shit, man! What the fuck? Come on! What? Oh my god! I like talking to people, but what the fuck? Holy shit, dude. Well, hello there, Marquis. It's been a while, eh? A little over a year, if I'm remembering right. Ah, yes, we last spoke when the province was having those flooding issues. The dam you oversaw construction of has been working excellently. It's already gone a long way towards improving the livelihoods of our local farmers. I'm glad to hear it. It's been a good thing we were able to proceed with the project free of my demon daughter's influence. My, Master Gwyn. Well, the chairman has been a great help to us too in her own way. Ah, and you must be Sharon. I hear your efforts were indispensable in helping us expand St. Ark's airport. Celestin was truly grateful for the assistance. Oh, I was only working in Chairman Irina's stead. Besides, Mr. Celestin's finesse in getting permission from the railways was just as important. Oh, that reminds me, didn't you work with Celestin at the main campus last year? Haha, a super butler and a super maid working shoulder to shoulder, and maybe the two of them pressed more than that together? Well, he's 30 years old now, and like a son to me. I'd be happy to discuss arrangements between the two. Oh my, no. It would be far too great an honor for me. Well, they're having fun. I'm surprised by how many people the Reinfords know. I guess it makes sense, though, given how big their company is. Sweet. Ah, Reen, it's good to see you again. I hear you've been working more miracles in the other provinces, just as you did in Sutherland. It wasn't just me. I had help from a huge number of people. I saw you speaking with the Emperor and the Chancellor earlier. Ah, yes, I saw General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius heading to present themselves, and I couldn't help but be nosy and go stand with them. I wouldn't call it nosiness. You have a genuine concern for others. That's what we need in times like these. By the way, is Celestin here with you? Ah, yes. He's with my oldest son at the party City Hall is hosting. I hope he's been helpful to those of you at the branch campus. Helpful? If I started to list off everything he's done for us, we'd be here all night. Wow, so that was when you and General Bardius first met? I'm sure your little duel ended up wrecking everything around you for a whole selg. Well, duels are an excellent way to deepen one's bonds. That is true, isn't it, Fee? Now that you mention it, I guess so, yeah. Taking your trip down memory lane, I see. Yes, we were listening to Countess Le Guin's tales from when she was a student. After the school year began, she took control of the fencing club and declared war on all the other clubs. She beat the swimming club in a swimming race, the chess club at chess. Any club that lost to her had to join the fencing club. Finally, she challenged General Brigadier Bardius, the president of the riding club, to a jousting match. I don't even know where to start with that. I didn't know General Bardius went to Thor's too. The match went on for 2 hours without a winner. It finally ended in a draw when we each knocked the other off our horses simultaneously. It was at that moment that Wallace became an important person to me. He's my right hand and my comrade, a rival and a partner. As a fellow swordsman, I'm jealous of you. Having someone like that would be incredible. Someone who's a nemesis but also a friend? I think I get it. Since we have the chance, I'd like to hear your stories too. I've wondered about Laura, but I'm sure your history is just as fascinating. Have you any chance met the leader of the Red Constellation? Perhaps the War God? Or maybe an S-rank bracer? I've seen the War God's successor, but I haven't met any of the S-rank bracers yet. Well, it's understandable. There are only a small handful of them on the entire continent, after all. They're really getting into the conversation now. I shouldn't be surprised that Aurelia already knew Laura, and I think she'll get along great with Fee, too. Ooh, think I finally met with everyone I needed to. I'm glad you can take a little rest now. It must be tough being head of one of the 4 great houses. Why do you even need to do all this boring stuff? Just let loose. This is supposed to be a party. It's not that simple. Were I to just let loose here, it would create problems in the future. I will do everything I can to fulfill my duty as head of the Alberea family. Hey now, if your brows get any more furrowed, your head's gonna crack like an egg. Let me give you a face massage. I'll get you nice and unfurrowed in no time. No, you won't. Why does this sort of thing always happen with you? Do you even realize the problems that would cause here? Besides, you're a young lady now, so... Gonna get ya! Oh, you two. You guys sure are having fun. These two never change, do they? But, what's wrong? Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but does it seem like Eustace and Milliam are always together these days? Do you think maybe... Quit hanging on me like that! Nope. Scratch that thought. Yeah, I'd say they're more like a brother and sister that get along really well. Coming from you, Reen, I'm not quite sure how to take that. Word? They're so busy. Oh, damn. It's an honor to be able to speak with you, Your Highness. My name is Muse Egret. I apologize for not being able to meet with you before now. Well, that's not quite true. I remember you visiting the palace about 13 years ago and your parents were still alive. The two of us first met back then. It was then you first met Alphen, too. I remember the two of you playing and laughing. I had no idea. Now that you mention it, I have a few fuzzy memories. I think I was about 4 at the time, so she must have been 3? At the time, I never would have guessed what was going to happen to your parents. These words may be far too late, but my heart goes out to you for your loss. No, I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words. I guess this is the first time they were able to talk like this, but if her parents came to visit the palace, that must mean... Introducing yourself to the Empress, Muse? Why yes, I've lived in Heimdall for some time now, but I never had the chance to speak with her. I'm glad I was able to put one of my regrets to rest. I'm sorry it took so long, Muse. Mother had actually been asking me to set up a meeting with you for a little while, but with everything that happened, I'm glad you two were finally able to speak, though. Thank you, Alphen. I guess Muse's circumstances are more complicated than I thought, but I'm glad to hear that she has the Empress and Princess Alphen looking out for her. Oh, so Instructor Reen, is there any truth to the rumors you'll be dancing with the princess later this evening? I suppose Cedric has been planning for that, but while I did ask before, I'm sure now it would be a bit difficult for you to accept, Reen. I explained things to Cedric, so everything should be fine now, and... is it still happening regardless? I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding, but Reen told him about the conversation he had with Cedric earlier regarding the dance. He did what? Is he still going behind my back? I suppose it's been set in stone, little by little. I'm sure the two of you will look great together, but I can't help but feel a little jealous. And poor Elise. Yes, that's what's been bothering me the most. Huh? What does Elise have to do with this? What? What? Anyway, Muse, please lend me your help. I'm sure that insidious mind of yours can come up with a plan. That's quite a way to ask for help, but I accept. After all, how could I say no to helping both Elise and my dearest instructor? They've gone off in their own little world. I should start mentally preparing for the dance. I heard Muse was one of your students. I'm truly happy I was able to get the chance to speak with her. I'm not too familiar with everything that's happening over in Lemaire. I get the feeling she has some complicated circumstances there. I'm sure she'll be able to tell you about it eventually, one way or another. We seem to be surrounded by so many tragic stories, such as Olivert's past. The way he lost his mother was truly heartbreaking. I've heard a few rumors, like how she was born a commoner. Yes, she was the one the Emperor was truly in love with. I remember it vividly. I was a humble maid back then. They lived far from Heimdall, and he was always trying to find ways to get her to live in the palace with him. Is it okay for me to be hearing about this? Oh, it's fine. Nearly everyone here at the palace knows already. However, after she passed, he accepted the throne and ended up choosing someone from a small noble family to be his wife. Me. We went through some troubles, but eventually Olivert began living with us, and I was blessed with my daughter and son. His Majesty has given Elfin and Cedric his whole heart as their father, but... I'm sorry, I shouldn't be discussing such things. No, it's fine. Prince Olivert is at the City Hall hosting tonight, right? Yes, he's there representing the Imperial family. I hope things will begin to change for the better here in the palace, and for the Vander family too. Yes, I hope for that too. The fuck? Machias, Kurt, and Fritz? What are you three talking about? We're discussing chess. Would you care to join in? Ah, that makes sense now that I think about it. I had no idea Machias was also in chess club. To have entered that tournament, he must be really skilled. Oh, you were in a tournament? Yeah, there was an amateur chess tournament going on the other day. I happened to have the day off, so I figured it might be fun, but I ended up losing in the semifinals. Oh wow, even getting to the semifinals is impressive on its own. I agree, even though it was for amateurs, the people who place high in those tournaments are often just as good as some pros. Would you mind telling us a bit more about it? Sure thing. It's always nice seeing people bond over shared hobbies. Wow, this is a weird one. Hello, you two. You seem like you're talking about something interesting. We were in the middle of discussing military technology in recent years. There's no stopping the march of progress. We've got weapons today that people couldn't even have dreamed of just a decade ago. That's true. Panzer Soldats, those colossal archaisms, even the railway cannons. Not to mention, certain countries almost have fully functioning orbital networks. Soon enough, we might even get to a point where even bracers will need to know how to use an orbital terminal. If you can't use an orbital terminal, then the future will be bleak for you. How do you mean? Technological advancements in recent years are due to the development of high-level orbital arithmetic logic units. The orbital networks to connect those, as more and more are linked, the possibilities become endless. This new technology is far more advanced than anything that came before it. In fact, I'd go so far as to say we're living through the second orbital revolution. No kidding. If you're saying this is happening as we speak, then... Now this sounds like quite a fascinating little chat. Oh. Hey there, Lecter. So there you are. Yeah, I was off doing a few patrols of the place. Seems like the palace is secure, though. Who? All that walking really worked up an appetite. I'm about to be all over this buffet. By the time I'm done, it'll probably be all over me, too. But the way you act, no one would even know you're a major. Oh yeah? How's progress on those Ramdas, Professor? Right, those were the battle ordnance the Calvardian agents were using. Don't be impatient, I've only just begun the analysis. From my first look at them, though, I can tell they're excellently made. Their most noteworthy quality so far is they will only function when activated by their owners. Thus far, all we've gotten from our analysis has been reams of junk data. Well, maybe they use the unique qualities of each person's spirit as a kind of key. And a person's spirit is definitely something you can't just crank out a copy of. Could be they've got a completely secure system, probably called the Spirit Code or something like that. How do you know all this? I don't know a thing. I'm just pulling all this from the usual place. Those were all just guesses? You need to give logical explanations to support your hypotheses. Lecter was telling me about his intuition earlier today, but sheesh, these two. Yep, like a bucket of vinegar and a pile of baking soda. This'll probably go on a while, so let's just let him fight it out. I don't even know if that's the best option. Excuse me, are you Miss Elisa Reinford of the RF group? You're one of the members of the Class 7, right? The ones who saved Cedric's life in the Civil War? And now you're the director of the 4th Development Division? I saw the interview you had with the Imperial Chronicle. It was so inspiring. My name's Ada Grant. I'm from Class 1 at Thor's main campus, and it's really an honor to meet you. Aw, that's really flattering, thank you. I'm happy to meet you too, Ada. I think you might be overselling me a bit, though. There's no need to be modest, Elisa. You really are an incredible woman. Exactly. It's one of my goals to be even half as lovely and skilled as you are. Wow. Well, from what I hear, you're pretty skilled already. You got second place in the midterm exams out of both Thor's campuses combined, right? Those are just grades. When I think about everything you and your class accomplished, scoring high on a test seems so insignificant. Nonsense. You should never devalue your own hard work. Hey, maybe you should come work for me after you graduate. Just kidding. Oh, I think you stunned her into silence. Sorry, I still haven't decided what to do after I graduate. Don't stress over it. Just keep it in mind as one of your potential choices. I will, thank you so much. Looks like Elisa's in recruitment mode too. Also, Ada seems to know a lot about Class 7. I wonder if that's the reason she enrolled in Thor's for the first place. Because of the restructuring of the main campus this year, we students are being strongly encouraged to get jobs with the military or government. I've been agonizing over what I should do, even though I enrolled at Thor's. I actually considered going to St. Astria at one point. You don't say. Yes, I knew Princess Elfin was attending the school, and I thought I might be able to find a path to follow there. But then I heard about a heroic group of students from Thor's fighting in the Civil War. That's what led to my decision. I'm happy to hear we were able to inspire you like that. Now she can carry on the Thor spirit, just like you did. I suppose no matter which school you ended up choosing, you would have been able to meet someone from the Imperial family. I almost wish we could have gone to school together. But of course, we can still be friends now. I look forward to seeing you more in the future, Ada. Yes, so do I. She may be related to Instructor Reen by blood, but she's just as a wonderful person as he is. Is everything alright? Yes, sorry, it's nothing. Looks to me like you're still agonizing over what to do after graduation. No, it was something else. I mean, I'm happy to see the three of them getting along so well. Man, I don't know, something's like going on in my throat right now. Ugh. Alright, fucking 7,000 more, alright. There you are, Una and Altina. Talking with Major Claire, I see. Instructor. Well, hello there. You've been bouncing between all the different chats the whole night, Instructor. Well, a chance to talk with all these different people doesn't come too often. I need to make the most of it. I remember that Una knew Claire from before, but had you met her before the start of the school year, Altina? Yes. She often looked after Milliam and me when we went on joint missions. We haven't had a good chance to talk with each other like this since back when I was still at the police academy. She really helped me out a lot back then. Oh, Una, it was nothing. What precisely did the Major help with? If you're comfortable sharing it with us, that is. Oh, well, it's old news by now, but it happened at the end of last year. After Lloyd was branded a criminal, I started protesting to the military police HQ. But the new head of the department was from Arabonia, and he revoked all the academic credits I'd gained. For protesting? Could he even do that? Such actions were both beyond his rights and unfounded. Precisely. I felt it was completely uncalled for, so I stepped in. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get all her units back, but we managed to get about half of them reinstated, and we reached an agreement where I'd be able to get the other half back by attending a different school. Now I see. Yeah, so that's how you ended up at the branch campus. Correct. I thought it would benefit her more than simply retaking the same classes at the Military Police Academy. I heard a new Class 7 was going to be formed, so I recommended her to the branch campus. Wow, I had no idea. I was pretty ticked off at the time, but now I feel like everything worked out for the best. If I'd continued on at the police academy and joined the military police, I probably would have exploded from stress. But don't think that means I was happy to be in your class or anything. Oh yeah? That's a shame. But does that mean you're gonna leave us once you get back your units? Oh, well, huh. Hang on, Ellie, my cat got a pencil. Oh, they were scissors. After going through all that to get here, there's no way I'm just gonna up and leave you guys. There are so many things I want to do here now, and besides, I need to stick around to look after you, Allie. Well, as far as schoolwork is concerned, I'm the one who looks after you. Ha ha ha! I'm glad you found such a good place for yourself, Yuna. I didn't expect I'd get the chance to speak with you, Brigadier General. The Black Whirlwind of Sutherland himself. Last time I saw you was in the final battle of the Civil War. Good to see you again, too, General. It was a real shame the Infernal Castle got in our way. I would have liked the chance to test myself against the legendary 4th Armored Division. It would have been an honor to even slow you down. Ha! Quit your joking. Between your prowess piloting a Panzer Soldat and your spear skills, you'd have done a lot more than just slowed us down. Those Nord spear techniques are really something else. Are you trained in them as well by any chance? Why, yes, I am. Though I hear the skill of the Bardius family are even more polished. It's thanks to my family having lived in Arabonia so long, we've incorporated certain aspects of Imperial spear techniques into our style. We've got a bit of the Schleiden style, the Vander style, and even a few techniques from the Einsritter mixed in. I'm actually a little jealous of the pure Nord style you use. Well, to be honest, my style isn't completely Nord these days. All this talk of styles, I only ever trained in the 100 form military combat they taught us at the military academy. I'm jealous of the both of you for being able to discuss martial arts with such depth. You're a master of combat in your own way, General. Speaking of the military combat style, I hear it's been going through a number of changes lately to account for Panzer Soldats. I'm sure your right-hand man is quite the pilot. Neidhart? He's one of the best, of course. But even then, I doubt even he'd be a match for you, Brigadier General. Maybe General Van Dyke would be a better sparring partner. I think I'll leave him to Lady Aurelia. Looking at them now, you wouldn't know these two met on the battlefield at the end of the last Civil War. Now that I think of it, Gaius is acquainted with both of them. He knows General Craig through Elliot, and from what I've heard, Gaius and Brigadier General Bardius were both taught by that one traveling priest. Thank you for the equipment you've provided to the branch campus, Chairman Arena. Elise has been such a big help too. We really can't thank the RF company enough. Well, my daughter aside, the reports you've been sending us have been just as helpful. And Emma, I'd like to thank you for all the data you provided us on the Orbital staff. Oh, it was no trouble at all. Thank you for letting me use it. There really is a lot of talent here at this party tonight. If either of you have any complaints about your current positions, just let me know. God, gotta get another drink soon. I'll have positions at RF worthy of your talents prepared in an instant. It's so nice of you to offer, but, I'm happy where I am right now. I do have God rays on me. How bad is it right now? I can't see. Yeah. This fucking window right here, man, I hate it. Looks like she's still in recruitment mode. Prince Cedric! Ugh, it's been far too long. You're right, it has been quite a few years, hasn't it, Patrick? And you're Ash, right? I think this is the first time we've spoken one-on-one like this. Yeah, I guess so. We had our problems, but I can't say I don't like your style. Every time we run into you, you say some shit that really stirs things up. My word, have you forgotten he's the crown prince? Show him some respect. He's right, Ash. Well, if it isn't Reen again. Don't worry about Ash. I'm glad for the chance to just be able to talk like this with someone my own age. Hear that? I got the okay, straight from the Imperial family. Even so, you still need to be more respectful. Like I said, don't worry, it's fine. Anyway, I assume you're here to give me your reply about the upcoming dance with my sister? What did you just say? For real? It was a last-minute sort of thing. So the rumors were true after all! Well, no matter. If you're dancing with the princess, then I'll be able to dance with Elise. Dance with Elise? What exactly makes you think you can do that? Why do you always make that same terrifying smile? Alright, come on, man. We cannot go through a round 3 here. We can't do it. And so the party continued, with Reen never getting an opening to talk with the Chancellor. With the party in full swing, people began gathering in the center of the garden.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. To start us off, my sister Alphin will have the first dance. The way I hear it, people all across the Empire have been awaiting this moment for years. Like me, she is now 17 years old, and this dance will serve as her debut into high society. Her first dance partner shall be a certain instructor at Thor's military academy. None other than the Ashen Chevalier, Reen Schwarzer.
So then he's the princess's...
I hear he's only the son of a baron, but I suppose it's okay these days.
He seems to carry himself well.
Sure enough.
Yeah, there have been rumors going around like wildfire.
It's a huge honor, I guess.
Yes, he shall be the princess's first.
Sounds dirty when you put it that way.
Fee?
Classy, guys.
He was drowning in fame before, and now everyone's talking like him and the princess are already married.
Yeah, seems like everyone's reading way too much into this.
Well, to some degree, yes.
However will this play out, I wonder?
I suppose this is... To tell the truth, I'm actually already acquainted with Mr. Reen Schwarzer. He's the older brother of my dearest friend. Allow me to introduce Elise Schwarzer. She is the Student Council President at St. Estrella Girls' School. Princess? she will be making her debut into high society alongside me tonight. Reen will choose which of us he dances with. Whoever he chooses, there will be no hard feelings.
Very well played, Princess.
Aw, what an adorable workaround.
She really is.
I better
something
get to
else.
choose because Reen should not dance with his sister because that's whack as fuck.
You're a real lifesaver. I will respectfully take both the hand of my sister and her best friend, the princess. It might be a bit unorthodox, but please, allow us Schwarzer siblings to have the first dance.
What the fuck? This series is so weird, dude. Low frame rate dancing. It's my favorite kind.
I wonder whose idea this was.
My word. Can one man truly be this lucky?
Lucky enough to dodge that bullet, you mean?
Yes. Had he danced with the princess first, the whole city would be planning their honeymoon by now. However, since he and his sister danced first, that ship has sailed, as it were.
Oh, Alphen.
That Ashen Chevalier is certainly quite the man. Wouldn't you agree?
You can thank Baron Schwarzer for raising him that way.
Now, all you young people here with us, follow their lead and enjoy yourselves. The summer festival's blue moon shines on us this night.
I don't
am certain the
understand.
spirits
Like,
are
what
especially
else
riled.
is left to happen?
Let us give them a show.
Is, like, some fucking buck-ass wild shit gonna happen in a minute? Because, like, it doesn't make sense. Nice, Kurt and Yuna. And me and Elisa. Yes. That's how it should be. Gaius and Fee. Wow, these are most of the pairings I would have made. Nice, Reen and Shay Shay. Did Reen have to dance with every fucking person in there? Dear God.
My apologies for arriving so late.
Rufus. Ah, so good to see you.
This can't be good.
Is that Governor General Rufus?
I didn't know he was coming.
It seems you've stolen the spotlight all to yourself.
To tell the truth, I was at a party held by the Imperial Household Agency. I wish to greet His Highness Olivert, Governor Regnitz, Lord Ragnar, and Viscount Arcade before making my way here.
I see.
Thank you for your courtesy.
The night is yet young, and the party has only just begun. Bring out more food and drinks. Please continue to enjoy yourselves, by all means.
Oh God, now the sun's right in my eyes.
Eustace, come with me. Let us catch up, my dear brother. Marcius, Elisa, Elliot, and Laura as well. Join us. I'm sure we've much to talk about.
In that case, I shall call upon Ms. Valestein and Ms. Herschel. Come, allow me to introduce you to the Empress.
What's this about all of a sudden?
I don't know, but there's no way we can refuse.
Why just us, though? Does it have something to do with our families?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
May as well get going then.
I suppose I'll go.
I wonder what they're talking about.
Think we should follow?
Yeah.
Reen!
Oh, Claire!
What's wrong?
Well, this may come as a surprise, but a certain someone would like to speak with you.
You mean...
The someone who just left, perhaps?
Understood. I'll be going, everyone.
Yes. Good luck.
Try not to be too nervous! Reen? Instructor?
Huh.
Just go straight to the end of the hall, then make a right.
Oh boy. Is Reen... So, I think Reen's gonna pussy out here. I think he is not cool enough to tell Chancellor Osborne that he is a fucking bitch.
It's luxurious.
It's a sizable lounge for palace guests.
Oh, why does the sun have to be right in my eyes? I need to buy blackout curtains, man. Greetings. His Majesty is waiting. Please enter.
Sir Reen Schwarzer has arrived.
Very good. See him in.
Oh, man. Oh, wait, what?
I apologize for calling you here like this, Instructor Schwarzer.
No, it's an honor.
What
to
the
have an
fuck?
audience
I
with
want to
the
talk
Emperor.
to the Chancellor, man. Never mind, I take everything back.
Your dances with your sister and Alphen were a sight to behold. Your skills as a lead were just as impressive as the rumor suggested. I'm sure my daughter was very happy.
Well...
I'm only joking. You've helped out Oliver numerous times. You've rescued Alphen twice. And you saved Cedric's life at the end of the Civil War. My entire family is grateful for everything you and the rest of Class 7 has done. As the Awakener of the Ashen Knight, the very same one my ancestor once piloted, you have saved many lives and averted many crises.
So you knew the truth about Emperor Dreikels?
Yes, indeed. As well as the relationship between the Chancellor and yourself.
You know that, too?
Yes, I figured it out somewhere along the way. When I asked, the Chancellor didn't deny it, so I took that to mean my suspicions were correct. He and I have much in common. Both of us have lost loved ones to the foolish schemes of others.
I've heard about the Chancellor, but Your Highness?
It happened long ago. Have you perhaps heard anything regarding Oliver's birth mother?
I may have heard a rumor once. Apparently she was a commoner, but she passed away tragically.
The two of us enrolled at Thor's in the same year. She was a commoner, but her intelligence, grace, and bright smile were anything but common. We'd fight at times, but eventually we fell in love. Though both of us were young, we became involved with each other. She ended up dropping out of school and returning to her hometown. Then, sometime later, I found out she had given birth to a boy. That boy was Olivert. I was still the crown prince at the time. I wanted to make her my empress, but she refused. I was at least able to send one of the Vanders to guard her. My father and the lords of the 4 great houses had been pestering me to get married for years, but I held out hope she'd change her mind. However, when my father fell ill, a group of Jaegers seeking favor with one of the 4 great houses attacked her and Olivert. The eldest son of the Vander family managed to save Olivert, but she lost her life. My father passed on. I had lost her. I welcomed Olivert as the one ray of light left in my life and officially announced he was my son. Shortly thereafter, I married to ensure this tragedy would not repeat itself. She was the daughter of a small noble family working as a maid. Priscilla accepted my courtship despite knowing that my heart still belonged to my first love. Olivert seemed intent on walling himself off from everyone in the palace, but Priscilla was able to get him to open up. He finally accepted me as his father, and when the twins were born, he was just as happy as the rest of us, if not more so. And so, that is the messy history of the current imperial family.
I had no idea. But are you sure it's all right to tell me all this?
It's no great secret. Most of the larger noble families already know. But my point is this. Both the Chancellor and I lost loved ones. But our sons yet live. Certainly a unique point of commonality, wouldn't you say?
That's true. Is that why you appointed him as Imperial Chancellor?
It's true that I felt an affinity with him. However, the most important factor was his negotiation of the ceasefire with Liberl. The events of Hamel wounded my heart deeply, but I knew I could not allow them to be made public. He managed to get both the four great houses and Liberl to concede to his terms and put the 100 Days' War to an end. And so rose the first common-born Imperial Chancellor.
Now I understand. But in the 13 years since he became Chancellor, a lot has changed. The nobles have lost power, while he's only gotten stronger. And he's using that power to steer Erebonia in a dangerous direction. With all due respect, I don't think it's right to sit back and let him continue.
I understand your concern. Olivert's as well. Olivert is more concerned for his brother and sister's futures than anyone. In that respect, he sees the Chancellor as a bigger threat than the nobles do. However, things are not so simple. Regarding myself and the Chancellor, tragedies like Hamel, at times, this nation will make the most tragically foolish decisions. During the War of the Lions, the brothers of the royal family spilled each other's blood and pulled the nation into their feud. The history of Erebonia is smeared with blood and alight with flames, more than any other country.
That's... He's right. Deception is an important tool in politics and war, but the thought of killing your own people as an excuse to invade another country.
As a teacher of history, I'm sure you have your own thoughts on this matter. So tell me, do you know the people of Erebonia to have a cruel temperament?
No. The people of Erebonia are sincere and value honor and pride. They think highly of martial skill, but know it is a virtue to use it only when absolutely necessary. The incidents you spoke of, it's almost as though a devil had been whispering in their ear.
Precisely. There is something in Erebonia. Something which bends people's minds and steers them toward chaos. Perhaps it could be called a curse. One that has been with us since the founding of this nation. If you've read the Black Records, you may have some idea what I speak of.
The Black Records?
It would seem the Church is seeking them out, but the original writings are in the Imperial family's possession. Only those who succeed the throne are permitted to read them. They are records of the truth of this nation's history, and a prophecy of its future. An inevitable future, no doubt. I'm certain any attempts to avoid it will only cause things to become further warped and twisted. That is one of the reasons I am not putting a stop to the Chancellor's actions.
Sure, I don't know all the details, but both the Chancellor and His Highness understand the situation fully, yet they...
And so, I plan to not avert my eyes and watch to the end.
Huh?
As the ruler of Erebonia, the empire mired in darkness and founded under a curse, I shall watch my sons, the Crimson Wings, the new light of the nobility, and Class 7, both old and new, to see if any of them can overcome the iron will of the Chancellor and light the way to a new path for this nation.
I promise to give everything I have to find this new path. Not just as a member of Class 7, but on behalf of Thor's Military Academy and all its students and graduates.
You're aware that would include both myself and the Chancellor, yes? But all the same, well said.
Welcome back.
Oh.
I'm not sure what you two spoke about, but I trust it was well worth the time.
Yes, most definitely.
Precisely. There is something in Erebonia. Something which bends people's minds and steers them toward chaos.
Reen.
It's nothing. Major, can I ask you something?
Finished with your chat?
Oh, this is it. Please, this is the only thing I give a shit about. Please, please.
Your Excellency.
Tell him that you will destroy him.
It would appear you want no need to speak with me about something. I can't take too much time out of my schedule, but I have a room prepared.
Oh, fuck off.
Shall we?
Yes, let's go.
This is it. You wait the whole game for this shit. See, something bad has to happen.
Where are you headed, Ash?
I gotta take a piss. Wanna join me?
I think I'll pass.
Fuck! What is happening?
But let me say this. Don't so much as think about sneaking out.
Huh?
I admit it's a bit nerve-wracking, but this truly is a special event. We should all enjoy it together as Class 7.
Who would have guessed the pretty boy was just as big of a nag as that wild filly? Maybe somewhere along the line, I let those guys get to me.
Oh, is something the matter, sir?
Oh, yeah, I was just on my way back from the bathroom, but I noticed something strange.
Something strange, sir?
Yeah, it's just around the corner here.
See, like, it's weird. Like, I feel like he was, like, activated when he touched the tech that those
I believe
soldiers
this will be the
had.
first time we've been able to speak one-on-one like this. Since, of course, that day 14 years ago.
His Majesty told me. General Craig, too.
So I've heard. His Majesty knows the truth of my circumstances, more or less. Craig and Van Dyke, on the other hand, only know the facts that float on the surface. They remain in the dark as to what truly happened to Brigadier General Gileath Osborne.
Then will you tell me? What happened 14 years ago? Why did you leave me? Why did you leave your son? Why did you become a completely different person? You trampled over everything in your way, robbed the people of their pride and independence, and planted the seeds of the Civil War. After what you did to Jirai, you annexed Crossbell and North Ambria, and now you're planning a war with Calvard. At the same time, you're working with the Black Workshop and trying to bring all the darkest parts of the world toward the surface. What are you... No. Why are you doing this?
It sounds as though you've figured a great many things out on your own. First, allow me to commend you for not being consumed by your false hero's title. Very well. I shall start with your first question. After I lost Kasha, I left you in Ymir, and 3 months later His Majesty bid me investigate the Hamel incident. Afterward, I went to negotiate with the Queen of Liberl. The Queen agonized over the decision, but I knew she wanted peace as soon as possible. Eventually, she agreed to the terms of the ceasefire. The noble officers behind everything, led by Lecter's father, were given the death penalty, and the 4 great houses were put in check, all in a single month. In recognition of my accomplishment, His Majesty appointed me Chancellor. I'm grateful to Teo. He accepted my request not to reveal anything to you. But at the same time, it meant I had to sever my ties to both you and him. As a revolutionary, taking on the 4 great houses, I needed to be on my own. I couldn't have anything holding me back.
So her name was Kasha, the woman who gave birth to me.
That would be also known as your mother
Once
there,
I
champ?
became Chancellor, I crushed those who opposed me, expanded our railway network, and garnered even more
Yeah, which,
power.
like, fuck Jirai.
Behind the scenes, I also made deals with Ouroboros and joined forces with the Black
Who the
Workshop.
fuck is the guy on the
After
left?
the incident in Liberl, I cut ties with the Snakes and robbed them of the Black Workshop's loyalty. Then, 2 years ago, I used Rufus to fell the Noble Alliance from within. And ultimately, I stole Ouroboros' phantasmal blaze plan right out from under them.
What even is the Phantasmal Blaze
Word?
plan? And what are you planning to do with it?
Let us know.
By this point, it's safe to say Ouroboros' goal is no different from their gospel plan in Liberl. The acquisition of Adios' treasures, the Septarian. In Crossbell, they used the false phantasm to awaken the blaze in Erebonia. But the prize they seek is more than simply that blaze.
This is some anime shit.
This dark land once housed
These the mechs from Evangelion? Like, what the fuck?
the clash between the two of them resulted in the creation of the Great One.
Dear God.
All the people, things, and history of Erebonia are inexorably entangled in its blessings and its curse. I'm sure you've been able to deduce that much from certain historical documents you've been reading.
What are you?
Pardon me, Your Excellency. The Emperor is calling for you.
Understood. That shall be all.
They always do this shit to me, man.
Wait!
Yeah, we are not done yet,
There's
bitch.
so much more I need
Word.
to ask. How did you survive being shot through the heart? Are you the same as the Jaeger King, the Steel Maiden, and Siegfried? Or Does it have something to do with the scar on my chest and this power I have?
14 years ago, when we were attacked, your heart was punctured by debris. Kasha, your mother, she begged me to save you. So, I made the decision to give my heart to my son. That is the reason Grow Armbrush shot to my chest did not find its mark. I'll leave the rest for you to figure out. It's the same riddle I've given to the Ironbloods.
What?
Major, escort him
What?
back to the venue. Our gallant hero seems a bit
What?
disoriented at the moment.
How could he even be alive? He doesn't have a heart? What the fuck are you talking about? Ah! How do they do this to me? God damn it. What's Ash doing? Oh my god, he was...
A resin gun that fires gunpowder bullets? Can't be found by metal detectors. Everything falling into place like this is way too convenient. I don't like it. Well, I guess beggars can't be choosers.
Is he gonna try to assassinate Osborn? Fuck. What the fuck?
I know His Excellency isn't a normal person.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have a heart,
I believe
Claire.
Somewhere deep down, he still cares for you.
Huh?
Myself,
Excuse me.
Lecter, Milliam, likely even Rufus as well. His Excellency has personally lent his help to each of us. It's possible he thought of us as a replacement for you.
Thank you. I'll try to sort through all this, somehow.
What? What?
Reen!
Yeah, Reen.
Instructor Reen!
What's happening? Where's Ash? Oh no. We know he's gone.
I heard His Majesty called you in to speak with him?
Chancellor Osborn.
See, they're so fucking up their own ass. They don't even know Ash is gone, and now he's like a weird assassin.
She's right. What happened?
I can't talk about it just yet. All I can say is that nothing is over yet. And something's
something's about to begin.
Once this party's over, can we all get together and talk?
Yes, of course. I think I can better explain what's going on behind the scenes now.
If time permits, I'll tell you all about my
Please,
circumstances too.
I need something.
We can come
I need
too,
someone to
right?
explain something.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat at this point.
You too, Toa.
What is going on behind the scenes? What is happening with Gaius? How does Reen have some other man's heart? Where's Ash? Is he gonna kill a bitch? What's going on?
I don't see him anywhere nearby.
Because he's not there.
Wasn't he talking with you earlier, Kurt?
He was. He went to take a piss.
Yes, he said he needed to use the restroom, though that was some time ago.
Is it happening?
Lecter! Claire!
So that's how the Orphan of Hommel's gonna be used, huh? Claire! Milliam! With me!
Ah! Lecter knows!
Let's follow them.
Is this the end of the game? Or is there another entire chapter?
Where is everyone headed?
Did something happen?
Please wait here. I'll go ask.
I'm freaking out.
He certainly doesn't.
I'm freaking out.
Ah, but that's what makes him him. He's a warrior with an iron will, ready to put his
All
life
my
on the
homies
line.
hate Cedric.
It's comforting to know such a person is our leader.
Well, well. It would appear you're already fitting in as a member of the group.
He's in Iron Blood, I knew it! What a bitch! Fuck Cedric. Oh my god. What is gonna happen here? We waited so fucking long for this scene. Who's he gonna kill? Is he gonna kill the Emperor? Is he gonna kill Osborn?
I plan to make this announcement during the summer festival.
I can't imagine it will be easy. But knowing you, you're already well prepared.
You're too kind.
Fuck. 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 Fuck.
Pardon the intrusion.
Fuck.
You are...
Ash Carbide of Thor's
Fuck!
Branch Campus, Class 7. The third survivor of Hummel. What have you come here for?
Hummel. So it comes back to that yet again.
My left eye's aching real bad.
Oh my god, the Sharingan.
Been that way since I was a kid. That scene is burned into it.
Dear God, oh dear God, oh dear God. I shoot him.
Even years later, when I was taking care of my mom, I kept hearing the voice. Kill the vile one. Kill the vile one. The Jaegers that attacked the town were slaughtered. You executed all the masterminds. Hammel's name was wiped off the map. You're the one who let this happen, Emperor. Maybe the Queen of Liberl is just as guilty for keeping quiet. Or maybe the other two, for running away and leaving me for dead. Or even that Scarecrow guy, the son of the mastermind. Hey, tell me. Who do I gotta kill to get rid of all this pain?
My man.
The curse. Yes. This is the sacrifice from the prophecy. It is only fitting it be me. But don't aim for my heart. That won't do you any good. Aim here.
What the fuck?
It would be your
What?
best chance of killing me. If there is any chance at all.
Ash, was it? It won't work on him. He's no human. I have my doubts he's even capable of dying.
Your Majesty.
I don't want this young
No.
man's actions to be wasted.
No. No.
Ash, I am the one responsible for
No.
Let your years of suffering end with me.
Why the hell would you?
No.
What?
Damn it! He needs medical attention.
He dead, Sarah.
Father! The princess! Be strong, Your Highness.
Get the medics! He's lost too much blood! Be careful moving him!
Is he the one responsible?
Yes. Unfortunately.
I thought we'd captured all the Calvardian agents. Is there a chance he was one of them?
A Verne Company gun made with resin parts. It would not have been found by a metal detector. Unfortunately. I cannot deny the possibility.
Okay? Okay? That means there's another fucking chapter. Okay, there's another chapter, ladies and gentlemen. So get ready for another 17,000 weeks of Cold Steel. I'll be back tomorrow to... I'll be back tomorrow to see more of what the fuck is happening now. Because what the fuck is happening now?